Hello, everybody. We are so thankful for you guys hanging out with us and doing these little workouts with us.
Hi, yeah. On the screen. Yeah, we're pumped that you guys are here. We've been hearing a lot of great feedback from a lot of you, and by all means, keep the feedback coming. One of the most helpful tips we heard from somebody was saying that they want to hear us count down at the end because you're not always looking at your screen, so we'll try to do that today. And real quick, what you saw me doing with the bands is showing you that we're going to start using those a little bit more. So I've got a few bands out for doing a couple exercises, and I walked really far away and I set it up in our closet door. You're going to see me heading back there once or twice to do a row. So just wanted to show you that, again, if you have had the chance to get some bands, some tubing, and maybe that door anchor, that's part I'm going to use today. Maggie is going to be working out with her backpack. She showed you there at the beginning. And she'll have that the whole time. So again, you don't have to have the bands and tubes. That's Wally here, by the way. He's got a little cough.
He's guy. Okay, though.
Yeah, and you'll see him making a little appearance later on, too. And then before we get rolling, again, you're seeing us do our little warm-ups and stretches. We did a little upper body, did a little lower body. You choose how to do your own. And in just a few seconds here, we're going to get started. We've got our 4 basic moves today. You're going to see us do a squat, followed by a deadlift, some version of a pull, and then a push. And each one's going to take 30 seconds. So right now you should be starting your squats. And after about 30 seconds, we're going to switch to that deadlift. Again, you'll hear me try to count down.
Erin is doing just a body weight squat.
Exactly, yeah, body weight squats this first round. Maggie has that backpack. She's just kind of gripping it to her front side there. And it looks like we've got about 5,
I loaded it up kind of heavy
4,
today, so.
3, 2, 1, close enough. And let's get into our deadlifts. Okay. Go ahead and grab whatever you need. Maggie's going to hold that backpack down low. I'm grabbing my exercise band and I'm stepping on it and holding it with 2 hands. And the cool part about this is that you can change that intensity instantaneously by just grabbing more band, right? Kind of grabbing closer to your feet and then standing up. And if you need it lighter, again, just letting some of it slide through your hands.
Yeah, a question I hear you get a lot during deadlifts is, should your legs be bent?
Yeah. Oh, great question. So I always tell people that a deadlift is just practice picking something up from the ground. 3, 2, 1. By the way, we're switching to our push. We'll cover that deadlift on the next time.
Yeah.
Great question. 30 seconds goes quick. All right. Exercise 3 is a push. I'm doing a push up. Maggie's taking that same backpack and pushing it over her head. Either one of these are great options. And again, this first round is all about you looking and feeling good. Really kind of exploring how this feels today, because we've got, surprise, surprise, 2 more rounds for you today. We'll take it to 7.5 minutes instead of just 5. Gonna amp it up a little bit for you. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Your 4th exercise is your row. You'll see Maggie taking that backpack and pulling it up to her chin. That's called an upright row. I'm off in the background, taking that band. Thanks, Mag. She got out of the way for a second. I'm taking that band and I'm pulling my elbows straight back. I always try to touch my elbows to whatever wall is behind me when I'm doing that. And again, go with whatever feels good for you. Again, use what you have at your disposal, just kind of play around with it. Now, when we're done with this one, you have the option to take a 30-second rest or do 30 seconds of core.
3, 2, 1.
Very good. Okay. Maggie's going to show the rest option where she's just going to maybe shake it out, stay loose. I am doing what we'll call a reach. And there's a couple of ways to do this. I'm reaching with my hands first, and I'm just really reaching up towards the ceiling, right? Trying to touch the ceiling. I always make my trainer joke is, if you can touch the ceiling, you get to go home. You can stop exercising because you've done everything you need to do. Okay, and we're almost ready to start our next round. 3, 2, 1, go ahead and begin. Maggie's going squats. Again, you're gonna see her do the same thing every time. I am gonna show you a variation almost every time. So now I've got that band, stepping on it like I was for my deadlift. And I've got the handles up near my shoulders, so I'm feeling a little bit of resistance. It's pulling me down while I'm trying to stand up. If you have a band, try it. It's a nice way to dial it up. If you don't, just do body weight or grab that backpack or anything and do your squats.
You can
3,
also do
2, 1. Go ahead, Max. What were you going to say?
any way to dial any of these up would be to do faster reps,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you can go faster.
Okay.
Yeah, you can add a little weight. Sometimes just going slower or even coming up a little tighter. Now on the deadlift, you're going to see, again, Maggie's doing the backpack. I am balancing on one leg and reaching forward. And I'm going to cover Maggie's question again. Should your legs be straight or bent? A deadlift is you practicing picking something up from the ground. Your knees may be bent, they may be straight. As long as it looks and feels good for you, you go ahead and go with it. 3, 2, 1, into the press. Maggie's keeping up with her overhead press. I am doing an overhead press with a band. I'm stepping on one end of it, and I've got the other free end in my hand, and I'm pushing it up towards the ceiling. Again, just a different way to do some resistance.
Making sure it feels good the whole time, right?
Exactly. And now that you're in round 2, the idea is you've kind of experimented already, right? You've gotten a feel for what it's like. 3, 2, 1, switch to your row. Now it's all about dialing it up a little bit, trying to make it feel a little more like exercise. Maggie's doing that upright row. I'm using the table. If you watched the videos from last week, you saw me do this one. This is one of the kind of probably more creative ways to do a pull if you have absolutely nothing in your house. You can always get to the edge of the table. Don't tip it over on you, and then pull it right back up. And then again, when we're done here, you'll have that option to either rest for 30 seconds. If you're a beginner, I'd recommend that. If you're a little more advanced, I do your core.
3, 2, 1.
Thanks for that, Mags.
Rest or core.
Yep. Now this time on the core, you'll see me doing my reach, but I'm using my feet this time. My hands are planted on the ground, maybe they're underneath my hips or my butt, and it's just helping me reach up. And Maggie's doing her hula hoop move, right? Kind of practicing a little more hip mobility. I'm sure you guys are looking good. Keep it up. Again, if it feels good for you, there's a really strong chance that you look good. 3, 2, 1. Here comes our final round. And our final round, I will always tell my people, is about finishing well. You know what to do to make it look and feel good. You've dialed up that intensity. Now just maintain it, right? Finish strong. And again, one more option. Instead of doing squats, you'll see me doing a step back lunge. It works. My knees are bended, my hips are going, it feels good. Lunges can be problematic for a lot of people, so if those don't feel good, go back to that squat or move in whatever way you can. 3, 2, 1, deadlift, and you're seeing me go back to my other leg, right? If you're gonna use 30 seconds on your right leg, the next round maybe go 30 seconds on your left leg. And again, you'll see Maggie's doing quite a bit of knee bending here. That's what feels good for her. On one leg, you'll see my knee barely bending at all. That's what feels good for me. Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Got a little bit of a cough.
Yeah, just our little cold. All right, should be almost done. 3, 2, 1. One last time of doing that overhead press. Maggie's lifting that backpack up, and I'm doing the other arm. Same guideline that I just mentioned for my deadlifts on one leg for the push on the arm. I did my right arm last time. Now I'm looking for my left. It's totally fine to switch it up. And I promise you that if it ends up a little uneven, it's not going to ruin you. If you do a few more reps on one side. Everyone's always got that worry. I don't want one side to be super strong.
One arm is going to be bulky.
Right.
Like Popeye.
Yeah.
No.
If that happens, come tell me. You will probably be the world's first.
Yeah.
You'll be famous. All right, now 3, 2, 1. Our last move into our pull. Maggie's again got that upright row, and then I'm showing you what we call a band pull apart. This is just okay for a row. It will work those back muscles and give you a little shoulder work, but to me it never feels quite so much like a pull workout. If I was going to pick my two, I would say the table pull-ups or locking those bands in the doorway and pulling it back. Those always seem to feel the best. 3, 2, 1, and last core movement. Maggie's going to do some of her side bends, and you'll see me doing an alternating hand and then foot reach. So again, reaching towards the ceiling, hands, then feet. I just kind of gently rock back and forth. You don't have to do what I'm doing. We're just inviting you to move however it feels best for you. When we're done here, you're gonna see Maggie walk out of the room. She's gonna grab Wally because he was starting to fuss a little bit, but you'll maybe get to see him, right? You can all wave hi. And then you'll see me do a stretch. 3, 2, 1, nice finish. Great job, everyone. Hopefully that felt good for you. And if you watched yesterday's flexibility, mobility part of it, we were talking about the muscles that we use for squatting or for sitting. And our key stretch for that is called our modified pigeon or our 90-90 stretch. And so what you're gonna see me do, I'm gonna get into that 90-90 position, right? Each knee is bent at about 90 degrees. I'm comfortable. And then what you're gonna see me doing with my hands is pointing. The first 30 seconds, I am gently pushing my front leg down into the ground. Maybe for a breath, right? Breathe out, push, breathe in, relax. Breathe out, push. There's my hand going down, breathe in, relax. There's Wally, buddy wave hi. He's a sweetheart. Once the first 30 seconds is done, right about now, then I just focus on a steady stretch. I'm not pushing or pulling, I'm just leaning a little more forward, feeling the stretch in my hip. Ooh, there I go. And this should start to feel pretty good. If it hurts, if it's painful, back it off. Again, your goal here is to explore movement, explore just a little bit of stretching, and this should feel good. Okay, in just a moment, you're gonna see me switch sides, and I'll do a little less instruction. We'll talk a little bit more about what's kind of coming up for you these next couple weeks. But keep hanging on that side for just a few more seconds. You look good, hopefully it feels good. 2, 1, let's switch it up. Okay, go ahead and get into the 99 position on the other side, and with your breath, breathe out, push gently into the floor, breathe in, relax. You'll do that for about 30 seconds. Okay, great job on your workout today. I'm proud of you all for showing up and giving this a try. You'll notice that this is really similar to one of the workouts we did last week, and that's on purpose. The goal isn't to give you something different every single time. It's to give you really familiar movements that you can get better at, right? You can kind of practice and improve on. And so Mondays from here on out will most likely be what you're seeing right now is kind of a full body strength circuit. Our plan is, as the months change, we'll change some of the timing of it and change some of the order of the workouts, but it's largely going to be the same. If you do these movements, you're going to kind of work your whole body. That's the reason I've chosen them to be the way that they are. And yeah, it should end up just being a great workout for you. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays will all kind of have their special theme, their special workout. And yeah, kind of watch us for the changes. Great job today. You'll see me kind of moving around to stretch it out. I hope you do the same. And that should be about it. Make it a great day. We'll see you later.
See you later.